All right, let's dive right into our first topic of discussion, the role of excessive sugar in soda and how it contributes to obesity and various metabolic diseases. So, when you're sipping on your favorite soda, you may not realize that you're essentially consuming liquid sugar. A typical 12-ounce soda can contain up to 40 grams of sugar. That's about 10 teaspoons. Now, that's a lot of sugar. Here's the thing about sugar. Our bodies do need it for energy. But the sugar in soda is added sugar, which our bodies don't need in high amounts. When you consume too much sugar, your body needs to do something with the excess. And unfortunately, that something is converting the sugar into fat. Oh. Over time, regularly consuming high amounts of sugar can lead to weight gain and obesity. It's not just about the extra calories, though. The type of sugar found in soda, high fructose corn syrup, is particularly problematic. It's metabolized differently than other sugars, leading to increased fat storage in the liver, belly fat, and higher levels of triglycerides. Moreover, consuming too much added sugar can also lead to insulin resistance, a key factor in developing type 2 diabetes. There's also a link between high sugar intake and heart disease, due to the effect of sugar on weight, blood pressure, and levels of certain fats in the bloodstream. And let's not forget about metabolic syndrome, a plethora of conditions, including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, excess body fat around the waist, and abnormal cholesterol levels that occur together, significantly increasing your risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. So it's clear that the excessive sugar in sodas can have some pretty serious health implications. Next time you're tempted to grab a can of soda, perhaps consider the sugar content and the potential impact on your health. It might just make you think twice. Continuing on, let's delve into the effects of caffeine found in soda, particularly its impact on our nervous system, sleep patterns, and potential for addiction. Caffeine, as many of us know, is a stimulant. It's what gives you that jolt of energy when you're feeling sluggish. But did you know that a typical can of soda can contain anywhere from 20 to 50 milligrams of caffeine? That's almost equivalent to half a cup of coffee. Now, caffeine has a direct effect on our central nervous system. It blocks a neurotransmitter called adenosine, which is responsible for signaling to our bodies that it's time to wind down and sleep. When adenosine is blocked, our neuron starts firing up, leading to increased alertness and physical activity. But here's the catch. This can seriously mess up our sleep patterns. With adenosine blocked, your brain isn't getting the signal that it's time to rest. Consequently, you may struggle to fall asleep or stay asleep. Over time, this can lead to chronic sleep deprivation, which has a whole host of negative effects on our health, from decreased cognitive function to increased risk of cardiovascular disease. And there's more. Caffeine can be addictive. Repeated exposure to caffeine causes our brains to develop a tolerance to it. This means you need more and more caffeine to get the same effects. When you try to cut back or quit, you might experience withdrawal symptoms like headaches, fatigue, and irritability. So while that caffeine-laden soda might seem like a good pick-me-up, it's important to consider the potential impacts on your sleep and the risk of developing a caffeine addiction. Maybe it's time to think about reaching for a caffeine-free beverage instead. Moving on, let's tackle the subject of artificial sweeteners and colorings found in diet sodas and their potential links to cancer and other chronic diseases. You may think reaching for a diet soda is a healthier alternative because it's sugar-free. But the reality is that these drinks are sweetened with artificial sweeteners, which come with their own set of health concerns. Common artificial sweeteners used in diet sodas include aspartame, saccharin, and sucralose. Now, these sweeteners are hundreds of times sweeter than regular sugar. but they add virtually no calories to your diet. Sounds like a win-win situation, right? But not exactly. Research is still ongoing, but some studies have suggested a link between these artificial sweeteners and an increased risk of certain types of cancer, cardiovascular disease, and kidney disease. Additionally, despite being marketed as a weight loss aid, some studies have found that artificial sweeteners may actually contribute to weight gain and obesity by altering our gut microbiota and triggering sugar cravings. Now, let's talk about the artificial colorings. Many sodas owe their vibrant colors to artificial dyes. For example, caramel color, a common ingredient in cola drinks, has been linked to cancer in animal studies. While it's important to note that these studies often use extremely high doses of these substances, much higher than you get from drinking soda, the potential risks are still a cause for concern. So the next time you're tempted by a diet soda, remember that diet doesn't necessarily mean healthy. It's always a good idea to question what's really in your drink. Let's move forward and examine the relationship between soda consumption and dental health, particularly the role of sugar and acid in contributing to tooth decay. When you sip on a soda, the sugars within interact with the bacteria in your mouth to form an acid. This acid attacks your teeth. And when I say attack, I mean it literally wages a war on your tooth enamel, which is the shiny, protective outer layer of your teeth. Each acid attack lasts for about 20 minutes, and it starts over again with every sip. So if you're sipping on a soda throughout the day, your teeth are under constant attack. Over time, this acid can erode your tooth enamel, leading to cavities. Now you may think that opting for a diet soda would spare your teeth because they're sugar-free. But hold on. Diet sodas may not have sugar, but they are still very acidic. They contain ingredients like phosphoric acid and citric acid, which are just as damaging to your tooth enamel. And that's not all. The damage to your tooth enamel can also lead to sensitivity, discoloration, and even tooth loss in severe cases. So, while that fizzy soda might taste good, it's not doing your teeth any favors. If you want to keep that smile bright and healthy, it might be time to rethink that soda habit. Bringing our discussion to the final point, let's analyze the effects of regular soda consumption on bone health, particularly the potential risk of osteoporosis and fractures due to the high phosphoric acid content. Soda, especially cola, contains high levels of phosphoric acid, a substance used to enhance flavor and prolong shelf life. Now, phosphorus is necessary for our body. It's part of our bones and teeth. It plays a role in how our body uses carbohydrates and fats, and even helps the body make protein for the growth, maintenance, and repair of cells and tissues. But like all good things, too much can be harmful. When you consume too much phosphoric acid, it can lead to an excess of phosphorus in your body, which can draw calcium out of your bones. Over time, this can weaken your bones and increase your risk of osteoporosis, a condition characterized by brittle and fragile bones. Moreover, research has shown a correlation between high soda consumption and increased risk of fractures in teenage girls and postmenopausal women. This could potentially be due to both the presence of phosphoric acid and the displacement of milk in the diet, which is a prime source of calcium. Also, high levels of caffeine, often found in soda, can interfere with calcium absorption, further exacerbating the potential harm to bone health. So as refreshing as that can of soda may be, it's worth considering the potential toll it could take on your bone health. Your bones are, after all, the framework of your body, and taking care of them should be a priority. It's food. Or should I say, drink for thought.